If you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you want to merge it all together, welcome to our show, because I'm Derrick.
And I'm Shay.
And we teach people how to take a regular residential property and take people from homeless to hopeful. And we call them independent living facilities. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're super excited. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be, but we're glad you're here. Shay, again, just tell the people again who you are, what you do, how long you've been in it. And one more time, what is an ILF? What is an independent living facility?
Yeah, so I'm Shay Forston, founder and president of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization, where I literally have independent living facilities under the nonprofit model. What is an independent living facility, you ask? So it is a housing model which allows adults that are able to live and thrive, meaning they don't need no assistance, they don't need no medical oversight, they don't need nobody to feed them, do medication management, none of that. It is just a shared living accommodation where grown people can come together, create community, and reestablish life. Right? It may be because they have a lapse in income, or they have a mental health diagnosis. It may be people that are just elderly, lost a spouse, and doesn't want to live on their own. So there's a lot of different nuances to the independent living facility. But ultimately, I house women that have been through domestic violence, human and sex trafficking. I've hired, I'm housing women, not hired. I've housed women, Derrick, that have been through so much trauma.
Yeah.
Mental health diagnoses, and all sorts of stuff. So that is pretty much the aesthetic of an independent living facility.
So guys, in less than 2 minutes of being with us, we just told you that you can get into a housing model where you don't have to own the property.
Yeah.
There is no license required, and you can take people from homeless to hopeful. And if that's not the icing on the cake, guess what? For all you people that love God and love people, this is a ministry. So a lot of you all have been spoken into over your life, and you've been told that you're going to have a ministry. And some of y'all thought that it was going to be with a microphone inside of a church building, and you were going to be preaching to people.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Shay and I also have a ministry, and I'm not a bishop. I'm not a pastor. Shay, are you a prophetess?
No.
Are you a preacher?
No.
Are you a teacher?
I'm a teacher. But not a biblical scholar,
right? That we're ministers of the gospel, right? But guys, on the level of like your pastor got a church, he come there every Sunday to preach. That's not Shay and I, but we still have a ministry. Because watch this, y'all. The Bible says, not Derrick, that the poor and needy will always be among us. And it's up to us to take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow. And guys, we're just so happy to be doing it through real estate.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Again, welcome to Forston Consultants. That was our brief intro. But before we go any further, thank y'all so much for being here, for all of the old timers. But if you're new to us, let us know if you're new to us. Like if you just discovered us, or if you came over from TikTok, because we're also streaming live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Chatter, and a bunch of other places.
Yeah. And,
so if
and
you're on the forum where you can only hear us, come over to YouTube at Forston Consultant. Anywhere. If you're completely new to us, we just want to shout you out, and then we're going to get down to business. Guys, tonight's topic is, can you guys read that?
From vacancy to value.
Creating impact-driven housing that pays.
So, Derrick, great news from Pathway to Salvation. We have 2 clients signed, 1 potential, and more on the way. Listen, we cannot make this stuff up. So let's talk about it. How does vacancy to value? Let's talk about this. You went from having a not a vacant space, but a home that is prepared and ready.
Even in the idea of what this was.
I like that too. I like that too. I'm gonna let you dive in there.
One thing I love about this model in this ministry is that it don't take Shay and I to tell most of y'all you need to get into this. God has already told most of y'all. And we believe by this thing that's called procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do.
100%.
And with a lot of y'all, especially my newer people, boy, my new coaching clients, you guys are just on fire.
They are.
You guys are not procrastinating.
Derrick, what can we call them? We need to call them fire starters.
And people ask me all the time, Derrick, how long would it take me to get started from the day I meet you? Guys, I'm telling y'all, and I've been saying this for weeks and months and a year now. A lot of my newer people, y'all, are walking off their job or getting started in 3 to 6 months of meeting me. And a lot of these people I'm talking about, they're under 2 months. So answer that question yourself. When we give you this coaching, what will you do with it?
Talking about from vacancy to value. I'm telling you, yeah.
As a coach, that's one thing I can't control.
Right.
What they'll do with the information once I give it to them.
I love this.
On you, Shay.
And this is a great topic for today, the vacancy to value, right? You specified and you stated it. That means even vacancy in the idea or the knowledge of having the understanding of what the independent living facility model is, not having that access to coaching, and now seeing with the implementation of that information. Come on now, we don't see no stagnation, but we see progressive. We see you guys moving forward super quickly. So progression, right? You are taking leaps and bounds in making a change in your community. And I'm looking at some of the other information that Pathway to Salvation has placed. I'm put in the chat, and they said the case managers were absolutely impressed. One worker is moving her client from ILFs he's in already. So, and this is something that we talk about all the time. And this is how quick you can go from
vacant. You know how that happened? They saw it.
They saw the value.
They saw it.
Derrick, they saw the value.
Value. That's one of the things Pathway and I talked about today. She said, Derrick, when these people walk through my place, because I told y'all some people gonna want to see it, y'all.
Absolutely.
We're gonna invite them. Under my coaching, I'm not gonna wait till they say, well, can we come and see it? Man, we're opening in less than 13 days. When would you and your team like to come and see it? That's why you think she want to move her other tenants out of that place into your place?
Let me tell you why.
Shay and I've been living this for a long time. So to hear y'all live it now in less than 2 months of being under our coaching, Lord have mercy.
And you know what's and let me show you something what's going to make it even better. The fact that this place is clean, it's nice. The expectations are going to be set when these residents move in. And now you have that conversation with the case manager. You see this place? The goal is that it stays this way. So I'm going to need your help to help me enforce the fact that it needs to stay this way with your residents. So the client. So the minute I call you and say, hey, we're having a problem with cleanliness, I want you to remember how you saw this place when we did a walkthrough. And those are some of the key components. And Derrick, I'm sorry. I dropped the gem. I know this is usually one-on-one coaching, but I'm going to share with you, like, these are the things, and this is how you can enforce accountability. You can enforce accountability from the resident standpoint and now the case manager and social worker. Because I guarantee you guys, the case manager is going to spend a lot of time in this at your property, especially if they have a resident and now they feel comfortable in a safe place that they can provide services. You've taken this resident from a vacant spot in life, and you've enforced so much value in this short span of time, even with the case management teams that are now ready to uproot clients or their clients from other places. Man, I don't think people get it. I don't think people get it.
That's why we're, again, taking everyday people that's just got the dream to do better in life and that want to do God's will, but we're also not afraid to say and make a bunch of money doing it. I'm not afraid to say that once I done put first that I'm doing God's will, I'm helping people make a bunch of money, be respected in my community.
Correct.
All of those go together.
They do. Yeah.
You guys are going to be so respected in your community to where, just like I told y'all, one day you won't even have to open your mouth anymore. I told you guys, give me the best 6 months of your life, right? In terms of marketing and following as what we call moving at the speed of instruction.
Following the instruction, right? The directive.
And a lot of you all that are taking a back seat to this, just read the blueprint. We're given the blueprint. Why do you think our coaching is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint? They're just following it.
Yeah.
And right now, well, watch how this sounds, right? Now, Shay and I are very different. If you give my wife a blueprint, she can actually read it.
I can.
I can't read a construction blueprint to tell you where the wall's going and how far the island should be. But notice that's why we use that, because guess what they're doing? Because under my coaching, the blueprint just means follow what we've already put in place. And then you start sprinkling on your own ingredients once you follow the core of what we teach. Yeah. Because a lot of what they've added, I don't do.
Right.
And it's for the better. And remember, Shay, at some point, the student should always outdo the teacher.
Come on, Derrick.
These guys got headboards with USB cords in it.
That part.
Like, I haven't done that before. But back to that, because those are just small details. When you follow the coaching, because there's a lot of you all right now thinking about getting the coaching. A lot of you guys are newer to me. Let this be an example. The
Mm-hmm.
proof is already in the pudding. We call it POC.
Proof of
Proof of
concept.
concept. Never been to California.
Yeah,
Now, my brother-in-law is from California.
he sure
Never
is.
been. Look like we going now. So what Shay and I are doing, we're going city to city, state to state, and we're throwing these events and we're highlighting people that are doing well under this coaching here.
Mhm.
Back on you, Shay.
Yeah. So again, Derrick, you've said more than enough, right? The ILF model is exactly that, where we're changing the narrative, right? The housing providers are changing the way the homeless, the displaced, those that have, mental illness, mental health diagnoses and backgrounds that are in shared spaces already, but can truly, they're good in society. They can walk through society. They can live life. But what happens when they're put in deplorable conditions? Don't you think that they regress? Like their mental health status regresses, and now they're more apt to going in and out of Baker Acts. They're more, you see them more likely being hospitalized or placed in different situations because of the living situation, because of the living circumstances. So when we introduce the independent living facility model and we show people how to do it the right way and keep it the right way on an ongoing basis, right? It's not just, it looks this way when it starts, it's going to stay that way. You see the impact in the case managers, you see the impact to the social workers, the residents. Everybody is impacted for the good when you do the housing model the right way. So I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited for all of the new ILF owners and operators. Y'all have such a fire that, like, I had a conversation with somebody today and I'm like, y'all have been on fire from the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Like since 2025 has lit a huge fire underneath the behinds of ILF owners and operators and those that have wanted to do it. And I'm excited to see you all excel. I'm excited to see you all take charge of your communities, take charge of your counties, your cities, and your state, right? And really make a huge impact on how people are seen and how they live. So, Derrick, I'm excited.
Good stuff, man. It's just super good stuff.
So
and in fact, it's almost hard to move past that, right? But I'm gonna do a little coaching, right? So I had a phone call today, actually, and she actually may be here. And someone, Shay, was thinking that they had to have either a contract or they had to have some kind of special thing to get veterans in their home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I explained was that all of the veterans that I have currently, none of them came from the VA.
Right.
None of them came through a contract. So the young lady that's under my coaching, and she's probably here, she thought, and I said, no, ma'am. I said, every veteran I have today came from a regular hospital or a mental health hospital.
Yeah.
And I did not have to have a contract to do it. I also said this. And she asked me, well, how did I do that? And like I tell all of y'all, 95% of every contact, every lead that we get comes from social media. And it's usually by our LIFT, LIFT, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yeah.
But watch me be real honest, Shay. I've never gotten a client or
from your
connection from LinkedIn.
Oh, I thought you meant the website.
Yes, and I'll get there. But I still so believe in it because I believe one day somebody's going to see it and cut me $1 million check to continue the great work that I'm doing. And it's going to come from LinkedIn because that's more professional. So the way that we break it down is LinkedIn is that more professional one. Correct. Instagram is that kind of hippie young one, right? Facebook is the old tried and true and everybody's on it. And TikTok is the new wave. And everybody's on it from the 16-year-old to the 116-year-old. So we tell you guys to make sure that you're on social media, just like this family that you keep seeing all of this stuff in the chat and a lot of other people. Guys, they're just following the instruction of what we're telling them. So I think that we're live vicariously through these folks until you get your chance. But always while you're saying that silent prayer, God, as I celebrate these people, you are no respecter of person, and you'll do the same for me. Can you bless me and my family to also get in this and do it the right way under the Forston Consultants coaching? And again, just ask God to also allow you to move at the speed of instruction, give you the mind of Christ and an able body. Because in fact, what this family didn't tell you was 4 days ago, Right, family? Y'all ran into a little bit of a hiccup.
Yeah.
That
It wasn't
made all
nothing
of
major.
us swallow our tongue for a second. But what y'all don't know, or y'all probably know because y'all know me by now, when y'all start texting me with that little hiccup, I instantly went in prayer.
Yeah.
In regular verbal language and in the spirit. Because I said, God, the devil is a liar, that this thing will stop this dream that's in their heart. There's a way around this. And not because I'm so genius
It's
all
just
the
there,
time.
where there's a will, there's a way.
Because of the experience, and sometimes it's just an automatic download. Because I'll admit, what they went through, we've never seen that. It just is natural to me after I asked a couple questions. I said, hey guys, let's do this and this and this, and you should be good. And they don't know it. I was waiting on them to kind of call me to tell me that it panned out. But I had to ask them because they text me with all of this stuff. I said, wait.
Yeah.
Before we get to any of that, did we work out that little hiccup and are we good there?
Yeah.
And they told me, yes, sir, we good to go.
Good,
now we can talk about all of this other stuff now.
Yeah.
But in a conversation from asking 3 or 4 questions, I was able to give them direction and keep the train moving. Because again, the devil is a liar.
When you've got everything already established.
Around us all of this time, how many times have you heard me pray this very quote? God, and let no devil in hell stop it. That means no paperwork, no city official,
no nothing.
Not the lady at the water company that's acting crazy about turning the lights on because you ain't got a specific. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I believe that those prayers go into those situations. So how cool is it also, guys, that you got a coach that don't mind praying?
Right. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Now I got a couple coaches on my team that I seek guidance and count. I don't know if they all are. But can you imagine having somebody that's not only coaching you in the thing that you're trying to do, but also that's got a belief in God that'll pray for you and your family?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool, Shay.
Yeah.
Back on you.
Yeah. I listen, all I can say is because I agree. I agree 10 times.
God, man, all of this is baloney.
Yeah.
But with God, this thing is genius.
You know what I love about this too? A lot of times when people, it was a hiccup that they encountered, but 9%, I'm going to say 60% of people would have encountered that and would have been quick to say it don't work. I knew something. I knew something. It was too good to be true. But instead of coming back and saying, hey, you know what, coach, this is the problem that I'm having. How do I navigate this problem? Let's get through this. You know, even if we tell y'all all the time, there's going to be instances and there's going to be issues that occur or arise that we may have never seen it before. But I believe wholeheartedly, Derrick, that God always gives us divine wisdom to get through them. Yeah. And it's not even like we're doing it in some fictitious way. We just know that where there's a will, there's a way because we've done it. Right. And so many different facets of the independent living facility model. So again, don't let something like a hiccup or a little stumbling block. And it's not even a brick in the way. Right. It's a little pebble that's in the road that's going to cause you to say, you know what? I'm going to just give up. That means you never really had the true intention or the oomph to get through it and see it through. So just be mindful of that. Like no matter what you do or what you plan on starting, whether it's a business in the housing, doing ILFs, whether it's starting your own food truck, it doesn't matter what it is that you're pursuing to do. Just know that, in the event of an obstacle, if you give up and you fold, you will never succeed. You've got to find the way around it to make it happen.
So again, man, without belaboring the point, my name is Derrick Forston. I approve this entire message. I pray God's speed on your life, the health of your body, and the mind of Christ. Because it's hard to do God's will sometimes without the mind of Christ in an able body. So I pray over all of y'all tonight that y'all have great health and a great frame of mind, because a lot of this business, y'all, is about mindset.
Yeah.
Some of us got to change our mindset to get into this. Because again, if you give God and I the next 6 months of your life, we can guarantee you that we'll change it. And if we real smart, we give him all the credit. We don't take none of it. In fact, let's just do it now. In your living room, just say, God, I thank you, man. I ain't got started yet, but God, I thank you in advance for what you're getting ready to do through this Forston family and through mine. And God, today, can you remove every knucklehead from my life? Everybody that's not supposed to be a part of this journey and my life, God, remove those people, but bring about all of the right people that you want in my life to bring this thing to pass.
Yeah.
Because God is not going to come down from heaven, y'all, to hold none of y'all hand. He going to merge you with man. God partners with man in partnership. How cool is it to have God as a partner? Now, the Bible calls it covenant. I'm going to just put it in layman terms. I'm in partnership with God today. Me and God are business partners. We're in covenant. Lord have mercy. What a business partner. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. Shay, bless the people, man, and we're going to go.
Have a great night. We love y'all. And don't forget, August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You got next. Have a good night, guys. God bless.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Derrick Forston, Mr. ILF.
And I'm Shanya Shay Forston, Mrs. ILF.
And we're super excited because August the 2nd, we're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
And what are we doing in Columbia, South Carolina, you ask?
We're going to be teaching the independent living facility model. And again, this is an event, Shay, that they do not want to miss. So what's the dates one more time? August
2nd. And we will be in Columbia, South Carolina. And we will be highlighting an independent living facility owner and operator under the Forston Consultants model that is trailblazing in your city. So do not miss it. Stay tuned for more information. And we look forward to seeing you there. August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You